It's time now for your weekly fishing reports and real-time outdoor news. This is the Southwest Outdoors Report, powered by Chevy Silverado, the official truck of the outdoors.
Hi everybody, and welcome into our show. I'm really excited about today because we're going fishing in one of my favorite locations across the entire Southwest region. In fact, right now, I'm standing on a very remote section of Louisiana. This is the Chandaleur Island chain. We're going to talk about how we got here because it's very unique, and we're going fishing today for some speckled trout and redfish with Theophile Bourgeois of Bourgeois Charters. He runs his location out of Lafitte, Louisiana, but you may want to ask, Theophile, why are we standing in front of an airplane on the beach at the Chandaleur Islands?
Well, no doubt. We want to be unique. We want to offer something really different. And no doubt the seaplane is something I always looked at people in Alaska, how to use that as a unique attraction to fly out and give people that remote kind of feeling. We're about 62 miles from the lodge, but it takes about 28 minutes to get here. So there's 40 miles of chain out here, chain islands, and we can just pick when we want to fish based on wind direction and come out here and show you something really unique.
So Theophile already has his waders on. I'm going to slip a pair of waders on. We're going to grab a fishing rod and walk up the beach and see what we can catch today. We've also got all of your regional fishing reports today, see how the fish are biting in your area. We've got the Lawrence Hot Lake of the Week, show you some detail about where we are today. Got the Academy Right Stuff, talk to you about the equipment you'll need if you're going to come do this. But first, we take you back to the FSN studios. Here's Julie with your Chevy Weekend Planner.
Daylight savings time ends this weekend, so remember to set your clocks back 1 hour on Sunday. A check of the lunar tables indicates that peak fishing times will take place right around sunrise and sunset. Expect sunrise to take place at 7:48 on Saturday and 6:49 on Sunday, with sunset happening at 6:33 Saturday and 5:32 Sunday. And evenings will feature a moon that is 78% visible. We'll be right back with all of the current fishing information from around the Southwest. And Brian Snowden will join me for this week's Ask the Pro feature. Stay with us.
The Southwest Outdoors Report, powered by Chevy, is brought to you by Chevy Silverado, the official truck of the outdoors. Buy quality award-winning Tracker boats. Fish the finest. Lawrence, maker of the HDS, high-definition systems. And Academy, right stuff, low price, every day.
There's one on a topwater right there. Hey, welcome back, everybody. You're on your Southwest Outdoors Report today. We are having a time in South Louisiana. Is it a trout, Theophile?
I'm not sure.
We may either have a trout or a redfish. We'll see. This is Theophile Bourgeois right here. If you haven't met the man, he is Cajun to the core. He has got some, oh, good trout right here. Let's walk him up here. This man has got some Boudreaux and Thibodeau stories, if you've ever heard them. Now, he doesn't have a mic on, so that may be a good thing today, but this is what we're catching right here. This is a fat one, and they're biting topwaters today, and they're also biting soft plastic baits.
Ooh, easy, boy.
Easy, buddy. Look at here. There's a nice size. Walk him up here a little bit further, and we'll show off what one of these pets of yours looks like.
Yeah, no doubt.
This one's been hit by something, shark or something out here.
Yeah.
But
get hit by a Cajun now.
There's a nice speckled trout for you right there. And Theophile, this is really, you're the only one that's actually flying these people off the mainland out onto the Chandaleur Islands currently, right?
We're the only one on the Gulf Coast doing it right now.
Only one's doing it, and so if you want to book a charter out here, they'll fly you out, bring your lunch, and you'll have a great day out here fishing and catching these speckled trout like this. And that one's kind of tore up looking. He's kind of a mangly, mangy looking speckled trout. All right, he is I'll tell you, Cajuns don't throw anything back, that's for sure. Cajuns keep everything.
Yes, indeed.
And so we got a nice, pull them up here and show them. We got a start on a nice stringer anyway.
Yeah, no doubt.
We'll show you some of this. We're just getting going here a little bit. Been fishing for about probably 45 minutes or so and got a good start already. Okay, let's start on your fishing reports from around the region right now, and let's take you all the way back to Texas and check in with Brian Hughes, your Texas freshwater fishing reports. We're going back to catch a trout.
Hi everybody, and welcome to this week's Lone Star Lakes, brought to you by Wild Point Whitetails. Now, not only does Wild Point offer some of the best hunting around, but they also have a first-class breeding facility. They offer stocker bucks and does or straws for you to build your whitetail herd. Now this week we're going to talk about the migration of blue cats to the shallows, especially on Lakes Louisville and Livingston. These blue cats are moving shallow with the colder water temperatures, and they can be caught on live bait or cut bait. Look near the creek mouths, especially where you find cover like fallen timber. Now, moving out to some power plant lakes in Texas, because we are getting a little bit cooler, these will start to fire up. Look at Monticello or Fayette County. Again, use the water temperature to regulate where you're fishing. In other words, early in the morning when the water's cold, start near the hot water discharge. As the day heats up and the water temperature comes up with it, you can move away from that discharge to catch your bass. Use your moving baits like spinner baits and blade baits, and of course your Cordell spots. Then switch over to things like your soft plastic jerk baits or hard plastic jerk baits to catch fish on these power plant lakes. That's this week's Lone Star Lakes, brought to you by Wild Point Whitetails. Let's check in with Mr. Bill Olson. He's on the coast.
Hi folks, this week's report is brought to you by Port Aransas on Mustang Island. Surrounded by pristine bays, estuaries, and the deep blue waters of the Gulf of Mexico, Port A is truly the fishing capital of Texas. Come fish, golf, and play Texas Island style. For more information, visit the website on the screen. Well, one of the hottest bays on the Texas coast continues to be Sabine Lake. Surrounded by abundant marshes and back lakes, Sabine has really turned on following recent northers. Anglers drifting working birds should use long 8 to 9 foot rods to help make long casts with weighted popping corks or heavier jig heads. Now out of Freeport, as well as around the Port Aransas and Packery Channel jetties, bull redfish continue to give nearshore anglers a big tug. Best effort had come from waters 25 to 30 feet deep on cut bait. Most of the reports along the Middle Coast indicate the much anticipated shallow trout bite is finally heating up. Best areas seem to be the edge of the deeper grass toward the shorelines, as well as potholes and grass flats. Work both the outside and inside beaches of Spoil Islands. On the lower Laguna Madre, the Brownsville Ship Channel is starting to heat up, as well as Long Bar and Mexiquita Flats remains consistently productive. This weekend, both Saturday and Sunday have a double tide schedule of 2 high and 2 low tides each day. I'm Bill Olson, and I'll see you on the coast.
The Southwest Outdoors Report, powered by Chevy, is brought to you by Academy. Right stuff, low price, every day. Nitro Performance Bass Boats. Fish your best in a Nitro. Costa Del Mar Sunglasses. See what's out there. And by Chevy Silverado, the official truck of the outdoors.
Got doubles. Towfield Bourgeois and me.
Where the nets are?
No. Nets are for sissies. We've got double trout going on here. Welcome back, everybody. We're out of Cajun Vista Lodge, Bourgeois Charters, catching some of these. Look at the yellow mouth, the teeth on them, beautiful colors, spots on the sides. A spotted sea trout is what we're catching. They don't call them that down here.
Mega trout.
This is, actually we're out of Lafitte. Lafitte is about a 45-minute drive down Highway 45 south of New Orleans, Louisiana. And Cajun's got just a beautiful place down there. Towfield's place is, it's an old remodeled schoolhouse, a fantastic place to stay. Beautiful rooms, well appointed, satellite TV, music, beer. And actually, in addition to flying out like we're doing today, you can see the planes right down the shoreline here. You can actually go right out of his dock and he'll take you out on a boat fishing trip. Got a couple of nice charter boats. Go out in the marsh, catch redfish, speckled trout, largemouth bass, and flounder. Again, you never know what you're gonna catch when you're fishing out in the marsh like this, but we're starting to get a halfway decent little stringer together here. And we've got Joe Mitchell and Ronnie Bowles from the 10XXX Ranch fishing with us as well today. So we're having a great day. It's a beautiful day. We're fishing in waders today. You do that right through the fall and the wintertime months. Once it warms up in the late spring and right through the summer, you don't even need waders. Come down here in your shorts and tennis shoes, fish all day long up and down this shallow water and just have yourself a blast. We'll give you some more information about it a little later. Right now, let's go to Oklahoma, check on your fishing reports from there. Here's Gary Dollahan.
Okay, I've been telling you for a while now, it's crappie time to go fishing, and the Crappie Monster Fest on Fort Gibson Lake last week proves that it is here. We had 25 teams into the pro division. Most of the teams caught a good limit of 7 fish each day to weigh in. We had 3 teams that weighed in over 20 pounds over the 2 days of competition. A team from Texas won it. Mackie White and George Nealon. That team was slow trolling Bobby Garland baby shad and black licorice, chartreuse pearl, and gumdrop colors along the main lake ledges. A number of the other teams were dipping the trees, the standing timber, and most of those teams said the fish were coming at 14 feet, whether they were at a depth of 14 feet or as deep in 30 feet of water. So remember that 14-foot depth for right now fishing Oklahoma crappie. Big crappie of the tournament was 2.09 pounds. All of the crappie had to be weighed in live. They did go into a holding tank, and those fish were live released back into Fort Gibson Lake for you guys to be looking for over the next few weeks. One thing about this time of year, the crappie start to really group up. They're going to start getting along those main channel ledges. They're going to start going into their winter habitat in tighter groups. Great time to be crappie fishing in Oklahoma. One thing about it, you can't catch them if you don't go.
Hey, welcome back everybody. In case you just joined us, we're out on the Chandaleur Islands. And what we've got is a big school of speckled trout. And these fish are on bait. Out here in front of us, you probably can't see them, but we've got just a giant school of mullet that are just milling all out in front of us. They're right on the sand ledge where it goes out there from about knee deep and drops off into probably 4 feet of water. And it's loaded with speckled trout. Now, we really didn't expect to catch speckled trout on this trip. We thought it would be redfish, but we have caught a bunch of nice-sized speckled trout. That one's not a giant, but a good eating-sized fish. And all we're doing is wading down this drop-off ledge, throwing a little soft plastic on a medium-sized spinning reel, 10-pound test strand fluorocarbon line, and a little plastic swim tail bait. And they're killing it out here right now. Stay with us. When we come back, we're going to do more fishing. We might catch a redfish before it's over with, or we might just keep catching speckled trout. Got a lot more coming from South Louisiana, some of the best fishing anywhere in our region. Stay with us.
The Southwest Outdoors Report, powered by Chevy, is brought to you by Stren, the standard of dependability, by Jean LaRue Lures and Bobby Garland Baits, quality soft plastic baits made in Oklahoma with American pride. Chevy Silverado, the official truck of the outdoors, and Mercury Marine.
There's one. Look at him tail walk. Man, I mean, this dude is a hot speckled trout right there. All right, hey, welcome back everybody. Well, we're still down here doing some good trout fishing. If I can grab hold of this slimy rascal, that's a fat one right there. Out here out of Bourgeois Charters on a fly out trip. Let me kind of set the scene for you a little bit and give you a little more information. If you're coming down here to do this, this is about a 6.5 or a 7 foot. You don't want a real heavy action rod, so about a medium action rod, medium size spinning reel, 10-pound test, strand fluorocarbon line. Braided line works real well too. So if you want to get some of that strand sonic braid, that would work great. And all these fish that I've caught today have hit on a little, like a watermelon color with red flake. It's a little swimming shrimp looking bait with a chartreuse head, lead head, and a chartreuse tail. That's the bait. We're bumping this along the bottom, and we can back off here and show you just a little bit. It's just a big bowl flat in the middle of one of these little islands, Breton Island. And we've got a lot of bait fish out there, a lot of little mullet working, probably a few shrimp. That's what these speckled trout are up here feeding on, and they're on a ledge. So as you can see, I'm only standing in a little more than shin deep water, not quite knee deep. But right out there, it drops off to about 4 feet. And right on that drop off, evidently those trout are herding that bait right up the edge of that drop-off, and you get a cast right out there along the drop-off, pull it up it, and they bite it almost every time, and you catch a good size speckled trout. Right now though, let's check in Cajun Phil and Kevin, see what else is going on over in the rest of Louisiana with both freshwater, saltwater fishing from there.
Wow, is the old Cajun man tired or what? I just came back from 10 days of fishing around Cocodrie, Dulac, Dularge, Houma, the entire area. I've been there fishing all these different spots. Now the key thing is, when I was down in Dulac, Louisiana, which is just south of Houma, we was fishing ponds north, on the north end of it, and I tell you what, we were catching bass till it was crazy. I'm there practicing for a Redfish Cup tournament. What does me and my nephew Todd catch? We catch 50 bass the first day. The crazy thing about it is, here's all these bait boats going out, catching speckled trout and redfish. They had a bass tournament from the same landing, going to the same waters. That's Dulac, Dularge, Cocodrie, that entire area, loaded with bass, loaded with redfish, and birds were working everywhere. Everybody was catching speckled trout. I talked to Chris Calloway down in Venice this morning. Chris says right now they're catching lots of yellowfin tuna. He says Cajun is crazy. Every boat's coming in with yellowfin tuna. Yeah, they're catching amberjack, they're catching blackfin, they're catching everything else. They're catching lots of bass, they're catching lots of redfish, but right now, the big story is tuna. If you ever want to make a tuna trip, you need to plan it now.
Oh, that's a good pull. Easy, darling. Well, we're just catching them. I'll tell you, this is an extraordinary day of fishing right here. One of the coolest things about this fishing trip is that we went in last night to New Orleans and ate at one of my favorite Cajun restaurants, Oceana Grill, and you're literally only 45 minutes from all this great fishing right here. And you can come out here 45 minutes from there and catch. Look at this big dude, boy. That might be the biggest one yet. Yellow mouth, got that bait hanging out his mouth right there. Good, solid speckled trout, and the redfish aren't here today like they normally are, but you can catch some giant bull redfish right in this same water as well. They'll put you on them. All right, it's time for the Lawrence Hot Lake of the Week. This week I'll do something a little unique. I'm going to show you the map and show you where we're fishing and how all this lays out, because this marsh can get very confusing. So let's go to the Lawrence HDS 10 right now that's back on my Nitro bass boat back home. And we're going to show you on the Insight Shaded Relief mapping that New Orleans is right here, and about 45 minutes straight south is the town of Jean Lafitte. That's where Bourgeois Charters is located, his entire complex. And from there it's nearly due east to the Chandaleur Island chain. It's a 40-mile long island chain. It runs north and south. And then where we're actually fishing today is Breton Island, which is a little kind of a half moon shaped area right in here where all these fish are. In fact, let me switch you over to the Navionics Hot Maps Gold chart right here. The fish are laying off this drop off. So you can see it's a real shallow sandbar all along here, but there's a steady shallow drop off that moves out into about 4 or 5 feet of water, far enough or close enough to shore that you can actually cast to them while you're wade fishing. I'm gonna get this one back on the stringer. We are gonna eat speckled trout tonight. Stay with us, I'm gonna give you all the information on how to book your own trip. We're coming right back.
The Southwest Outdoors Report, powered by Chevy, is brought to you by Abu Garcia for life. By Navionics, enjoy Navionics anytime, anywhere. By Whataburger, just like you like it. And by Motor Guide Trolling Motors.
Welcome back, everyone. It's time for our Ask the Pro feature. Our question this week is from Ronnie in Tyler, Texas, who writes, what bait should you use to find fish on an unfamiliar lake? For the answer, let's check with the winner of 2010 Texas Bass Classic, Brian Snowden.
The baits I like to use when I'm on an unfamiliar body of water, especially to cover water fast and thorough, is a crankbait. The great thing about modern crankbaits is they come in a wide variety of shapes, sizes, and designs, and they will fish anywhere from 1 foot all the way down to 20 feet. So on an unfamiliar lake that you're going to try and learn for, say, a tournament, you can cover a lot of water very thorough with a crankbait. Anytime the water is above 55 degrees, I'll start throwing those crankbaits.
Thanks, Brian. If you have a question for one of the pros, just visit our website at southwestoutdoorsreport.com, follow the Ask the Pro link, and send us your information. Now here's Barry with our Whataburger Big Catch of the Week.
Here's one. Got him right up by the rocks.
There you go.
Oh, you got a good one. His is better than mine. Well, we'll walk right up here and show off the last 2 speckled trout of the day. We waited till the very last thing to catch the biggest trout of the day. Yeah, look at there. There's 2 good ones. Walk on up here. Well, it's been a great day. And let's go right now to the big catch of the week. Robbie Rosales is our big catch of the week winner for this week. Caught a 7-pound black tip shark down out of the San Luis Pass, down off the Texas Gulf Coast. And if you'd like to enter the contest, go to our website. Everything you'll need is on the top right-hand corner of the front page. You'll need to become a member. It's free, and once you do that, you can access the members-only area, send in your big fish photo, and do lots of other stuff. If you want to fly out, all the information you'll need is on your screen. You can get on one of these cool little float planes, take off right behind the lodge there at Tofield's Place. And you can come out here and you too can catch you one of these big boys right there. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, all right, man, good deal.
Appreciate it, man. This was a great trip. Y'all come on down to southeast Louisiana and catch you some speckled trout and some redfish. All right, be sure and join us on the show next week at a special time on Thursday night at 9 o'clock. Special time, 9 o'clock before the high school football game. So you can look on our Facebook page for lots of video and photos and comments that you'll never see here on the television show. You can look at all our past episodes on the YouTube channel at youtube.com, or you can look at this past week's episode if you ever missed the show. It's always up on the front page of our website at southwestoutdoorsreport.com. You can link to everything from there. From southeast Louisiana till next week, I'm Barry Stokes for Tofield Bourgeois. Be safe, have fun. Bye-bye, y'all.